Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. Welcome to my paint pouring channel. I know it's been a minute since I had a video up. I've been super hard at work getting everything ready for the Fluid Art Boutique. I'll talk about that at the end. Today, I'm going to do a deconstructed landscape, this time with a split color palette. So one color for the sky, and then I think I'm going to do like the sea, and so different colors for that. I got my girlfriend Elise here, not to be confused with Alice, who was here last time. I have all these E friends for some reason. Elise is here, so hopefully I'll have a couple shots of close-up work with the hair dryer, which I know a lot of you find useful. And fingers crossed, man, let me get you down. Hey guys, it's Karen. Welcome to my giant mess where I've had a big fail and tilted too much paint off and ruined my deconstructed landscape. So I'm gonna go again. Before I even get started, I used up all of my Quinacridone nickel azo gold. So now I need to make a little bit more. So that was my pouring medium. Here was my leftover Quinacridone nickel azo gold. And we're just gonna add a little bit to it, give it a squirt, and a quick mix. See if we like the shade. Looks pretty great. All set. So let's give this another go, shall we? We shall. So we start off with a big old puddle of our PPG Multi-Pro. Woo!
That's a big puddle.
My girlfriend Elise is here to supervise. Keep me out of trouble. That's plenty. And we're going to start off, we're going to yell out the colors as we go. So we're going to do sea and sky. And last time we did this in the last deconstructed landscape video, we used the same palette for both. This time we're going to add some colors to the sky to make it more pronounced. So for the sea part, I'm going to start with this color here. This is Amsterdam's Greenish blue. Just a little because it's pretty strong. And then we have this little Piggy from the Fluid Art Company.
Lagoon.
This is Lagoon. And do a lot of
when Karen starts looking around, I know.
I'm like, is it Lakeside or Lagoon? That's Lagoon. The next one is Lakeside. And so do some Lakeside on top of the Lagoon. Kind of similar, a little too close, but that's okay. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I had another color here, Aspen, that I'm going to omit because it's a little too green for me, and sometimes less colors is more. And I'm just going to use the smallest little dollop of the tube paint so my cell activator, which is lamp black, has something to sit on. And we're going to give this a blowout. And this will definitely be high fan, cool air as always. Here goes.
Karen's digging for the white cells.
I don't care, there's the giggles. It's getting really specific right there. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, so I gave a puff in the middle. I'm going to do a little finger painting. I really like my blow up because it's side to side rather than in a circle, because that's how I'm going to be tilting anyway. I am going, maybe I'll use my skewer instead of my finger for a change. And just kind of mess with this part here in the middle. I mean, it's going to get distorted anyway when I go to tilt. No, that needs a finger dunk because there's just a blob of black cell activator that I want out of there, or dunked or something. So that was a pretty good dunk. And we'll dunk it right here as well, or pull it out. Something like that. That looks great. So there's part one. We're going to leave it be. And now we're going to do the sky. So for the sky, I'm going to do, we're going to start with my Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold, so you can make some various shades of orange and yellow in the sky. So I'm just going to pour a bunch of it. Not even going to spoon it, we're just going to pour it on there. And then we're going to do a little bit of yellow, and we're going to just put some on the edge of this and a little squiggle in the middle. That's Dairylide yellow from Golden. And then I have this super bright pearly orange from Golden that I'm not sure I like. We're just going to sprinkle just a tiny bit. And now we need to add some blue to tie it all in. So we're going to come back again to the Lakeside. And I'm going to skip the greenish blue, I think. Maybe I just do Lakeside. I don't care if this color's in the sky or not. It's too pretty to omit. So we're going to do a little more of the Lagoon. And then end it all with the Quinag. The cell activator. And blow out number 2. Cross your fingers, y'all. Cross your fingers. Wish me luck, Elise.
Wish you luck.
right, guys, I gave a hard puff right here in the middle to get up some white cells and lacing just because they make nice line work, and I'm going to dunk a little bit of this cell activator right there. Oh, that made like a really pretty little flower in the sky. And I'm gonna scoop up all this leftover paint that was from my fail. That you guys don't need to see all that. It was a rough go the first try. So we're just gonna use this to help the paint slide around because there's a ton of it. Come around, be mindful of where my paint is and my palette knife, and we're just gonna smear this on here. And that's where we're gonna tilt to first, thanks. And we're gonna tilt all of that off to that corner. That's really pretty yellow right there. Let's put that right there. And that'll get tilted off as well. And then we'll worry about the middle last. So I've got just enough blue, I think, to tie into the bottom part. So we're gonna go, kind of the weight of the paint is in the middle. So we're gonna use that weight of the paint. I take it off to the edge there and then push it. So now let's see how it's all on the edge there and just easily pushes that stuff off the corner. And then I can let it all come back and down. And actually before I go to the other side, I'm gonna continue down and do this other lower left-hand corner a second. And just tilt that off a little bit. And then I'm gonna bring everything back up. That was a pretty little butterfly wing, but that's not the kind of painting I'm doing. And now I'm gonna take off probably this middle section here and do a bit of stretching, or have the paint careen into it as I go up to this other corner. So yep, it's gonna be close, and I'm gonna tilt off my middle. I'm gonna let it come down like beams of sunlight. We'll see if that worked out. We'll see in a minute. I'm gonna come all the way down, close enough, and then I don't like that stretch again. I have an upside down Batman. I'm gonna come back up a second and take off Batman. Batman can't live because I want this to be, well, I guess Batman's gonna live because he's kind of in the middle. You'll see him in a second. I'm gonna bring everything down a second. You guys kind of see what I'm doing? I'm trying to stay in frame. Coming down to my one bikini corner. And then off a little bit. See, I wanted that in the corner all the way. I'm gonna go back up because I want what I want, and I'm gonna get greedy, y'all. I want some of that bikini corner to be gone, and the weighted paint is on that edge, so it should push it off. And as soon as it goes close enough, then I'm gonna come over again and then back down again. It's a big exercise in tilting, y'all. And then we need to go completely the other way and bring the sky down. There's too much open area in the middle. I'm not feeling it, y'all. I'm not feeling it. like to use clean paint too, but need something in the middle desperately. So now that we've tilted, so sometimes if the line's small enough here, I will swipe, and other times I do a third bloom after it's all stretched out, because those areas will not move now. I mean, they'll move a little bit, but they won't move as fast as the rest of it. So I'm going to do it, I think, a little differently. I'm going to put a line here. Yeah, a big line. This is going to be my one of my unifying colors. And then some Lakeside as well. Those are my unifiers. The bottom part of this is going to get just a thin line of the greenish blue. The top part is going to get the Quinacridone and a little bit of yellow. Maybe a little bit of orange. And what I'm going to do is put my cell activator in a line across and blow the two directions and try to unify these. That's the plan, y'all. And I'm dripping into my painting. That's right, I'm going to blow over that. Lots of CA. And this should be the final blowout. Now I get the white cells. All right, I got more white cells than I wanted this time. Usually when I want them, I just puff really hard in the middle, but we're gonna rock this back and forth and see how the middle section looks. So I'm gonna go all the way over here and see how much faster it rolls off. There. And come down a little bit. Take a little more off. Or save some of it because I need to go the other way. Nope, that black line's got to go. Pick your pants, man. All right, and then go the other way. And this, I'm going to try my best to keep it in frame. If I have to tilt it so you can't see it, I apologize, but I need to pretty much go upright right now for everything to roll off, and it's almost there. Hang out with me. Bear with me. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm just gonna keep stretching, almost there. It's looking good. Karen's getting happier. I dipped my boobs into the paint a minute ago and had to do my shirt. That's way better.
I like it.
Yeah, it's looking good, looking good. Just going back in the middle, and then I'm gonna tilt it down a little bit. I like my split line in the one area.
The Lagoon was a really good choice. It was actually the better unifier.
Yeah, than the blue-green. Let me just stop and stare, because I'm like tilting like a crazy woman. And let me look. So yeah, that's much, much better. I don't even mind the bikini corner because this whole part has movement. I do wish this line was a little straighter, so I might try to do that. I would even prefer to have this line so straight and keep that bikini corner, because it just looks like water's rushing somewhere. Or, let me think this through. Or I continue to tilt toward me, take a little of this black off, and then try to straighten it rather than going backwards. Yeah, let me do that. So, like I said, it's good. You know what? I'm going to turn off the camera and turn it back on because I might have to go into speedy mode. Oh, that's pretty.
I said good call.
And then put it back.
These are okay, but the front ones are... I'm sorry. Kind of refuse. Here's the front ones.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, guys, this is starting to come together. I'm going to go a little bit this way, and then I'm going to dork around with a skewer. To like unify that bright orange line. If I want to come this way a little, put things in the middle just a little bit more. And let's see how slow going it is. It's a glacier. It's moving though. It's just a glacier. That's pretty good right there, actually. Yeah. So, oh yeah, that's really pretty. I'm gonna take a skewer. Like, see this bright orange line? I need a big one. It's too bold. For the rest of it, like that streak, like my eyeball goes right to it. It needs to be thinner or gone or something. So I'm gonna stick a skewer in part of it and just like roll it in a circle. And kind of pull it off. It's gonna make it faded a little bit. Kind of like that. See how I did that end?
Perfect.
So now the trick is to do it in the middle. So you got to do it in sections. You just stick it in as low as you can go. And then I'm going to roll it. It's rolling some of the yellow into it is what it's doing. And see, then it comes off on my stick. Just to soften this whole part up right here. Because it's that part's too bold. with the surrounding colors. It's like, look at me. I'm like, yeah, show off, you're going away. No, it'll be fine. And collect, that's fine. I don't mind the little skinny line of white there. And I'm gonna do it right here. I need a steady hand for sure. And roll it off. This time I'll give it a little drag through it too. Break it up a little more. That's looking better. And then right here, I'm going to pick up the yellow and go the other way a little bit. Actually, I might take it into white, but let's see. That doesn't bother me. It's better. These parts here are still too bold for me. I'm just going to make a line through them. Soften this up. Oh yeah, that's way better on my eyeballs, right? Mm-hmm. Like it can stay there, or it can have a line. It just was just like a little too strong. I want to take this line here and soften it. Right there, through there. And I wanted to pull this line. I don't like how this line just ends. Or if it's going to end, it needs to end in a cute little manner, not just, yeah, that's better. It has to be cute if it's going to end. One more, and I think I'm ready to say ta-da on the multicolored Deconstructed Landscape. Let me just take this guy and make him softer too. All those little tiny details make a difference to people's eyeballs, because they're like, something's off, but they might not be able to like register what it is, or they just know. You just know, but you can't figure it out sometimes. The only other thing I can think of to do to this would be maybe, well, I could do it here. First is this like lake. I don't like it. I'm going to take it straight off like that. Is I could tilt the whole thing down and make it half and half, because we got like 2/3 sky, ocean, whatever, and then 1/3 sunrise, sunset looking. But I don't think that bothers me. I kind of like it.
Kind of the visual rule of thirds. I kind of like
the rule of thirds. Yeah, rule of thirds in art is a good rule. Yep, ta-da! Let me get you guys down for a close-up. Hey guys, had a girlfriend here and got all distracted and forgot to film the wet results. That's okay though, because I had the dry ones. I did go in after the fact and added a little more color in a couple areas. Like this used to just be white, and where is it, down here? And I felt like it needed a little bit of color, and a little bit of color like down here. Like I dropped down the, I don't know, the whole thing just looks really windy to me on the water, and I love the movement and everything is swooshing along. And I felt like, I like that the line isn't straight across because of the waves of the water. And I like this looks like a little bit of reflection on the water. It's taken me a minute to like it. I do now though. And can I get any of the bling to show up? Probably not. You can see a little bit like the blue black there. And then maybe over there's a little bit there. Love the middle, and I love the sky. I do. I might end up adding a little more color near the bottom here and here. I'm undecided. But for now, there it be. Let me know what you guys think. Let me show my face. All right, guys, that's it for me today. What do you think? Do we like it? It's taking me a minute. It needed to grow on me because I'm not used to doing split color palettes like that. I'm definitely going to do it again. I'm going to be teaching this at the Fluid Art Boutique. That was a nice little segue. Did you see that? And students will have their choice between doing a split color or just one solid color. If you haven't had a chance to grab your tickets, they're really not tickets, it's just to reserve your spot in the classes. It's coming up quick, less than a month to go. I would grab them now. We have 3 classes sold out. One class only has 1 spot left, and there's another that only has 4 spots left, and a whole bunch with less than 6 seats available. So we are filling up fast. Come and grab your spot in class, and we hope to see you there. We have something like 10 giant gift baskets to give away too. I mean, like enormous. Got to thank our sponsors for helping us out there, in particular for me, because I'm a Bloom girl, the Fluid Art Company. They're amazing to all of us, but I feel like they're amazing to me in particular. So much love to Billy and Shelly Carruthers. They're just awesome people. So we do hope to see you there, and please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace out.